So the first question is, can you describe your sleep in one word for me?
Sleep. Beautiful.
Disrupted.
All right.
Underwhelming.
Patchy.
Good.
Early.
Nah.
Intermittent.
So, what is sleep? That's obvious. It's a time our mind and body shut down to rest and recover. But is that all there is to sleep? In this documentary, we're talking about the importance of sleep and how the quality of sleep can affect your day-to-day life. Let's start off with the basics. What is actually happening to our body and brain whilst we are sleeping? When you go to sleep, your body enters a sleep cycle. A sleep cycle typically lasts around 90 minutes and there are 4 stages within it. You should ideally go through at least 4 sleep cycles in a night to ensure you're getting optimal sleep. N1 is the first stage of the sleep cycle, and this is essentially the process where your consciousness begins to fade and your mind and body enter sleep mode. During this process, your eyes will close and your muscles begin to relax. Your body temperature will start to decrease and your brain waves change from alpha to beta. Once N1 of the sleep cycle is complete, it moves on to N2, which is the longest part of the sleep cycle, lasting around 40 minutes. As you enter N2, you fall into a deeper state of sleep, as your body temperature and heart rate drops. Your eye movement will completely stop, and you begin to lose awareness of the environment you're in. The next stage is N3, also known as slow wave sleep. N3 is a very deep stage of sleep. Whilst you fall into a deeper sleep, your body reduces blood flow to the brain and increases blood flow to your muscles. This process will help feed your muscles with the nutrients they need, helping them to recover. During N3, your body will also release hormones for appetite control, as well as your body's temperature and heart rate dropping even more. The final stage, and the most important stage, is called REM sleep, which stands for Rapid Eye Movement. This is the second lightest stage of sleep after N1, and is the most active state your brain goes through during a sleep cycle. Firstly, your body will experience a state of paralysis of the muscles, although there are 2 muscle groups that keep on working. One of them being a diaphragm to allow you to breathe, but most interestingly, the muscle group around your eyes allow them to move. Breathing also starts to become irregular and your body temperature begins to unpredictably fluctuate. The reason for our eyes moving during this stage is due to dreaming. Eyes in this stage are essentially acting out how they would if you were awake, although in this case you're in dreamland. Let's now focus on the importance of REM sleep. Your dreams during this stage may seem really vivid and familiar to things or feelings that may have happened to you during the day. This is because REM sleep plays a huge role in storing memory and processing emotions. This is one of the essential reasons to why REM sleep is so important, and if deprived of it can have effects on our cognitive ability and functionality in our day-to-day life. So hopefully now everyone has a better understanding of what actually happens to our bodies whilst we sleep. Let's venture out to Nottingham City Centre to see what the locals have to say about their own experiences with sleep. So how many hours sleep on average do you get a night?
Like 3 hours. I'd say I do clock 8 or 9.
Between 6 and 8, I should think. Yeah, slightly interrupted.
How much more productive do you feel after a good night's sleep compared to a bad night's sleep?
I generally sleep very well. I don't know whether it's because of being retired, but if I do struggle to sleep, then yes, I'm not as productive.
What sort of factors do you think contribute to a bad night's sleep?
Oh, eating too much too late.
Well, I live in quite a sort of noisy area, so I'm always waking up in the middle of the night and trying to go back to sleep, so I may feel like I've slept for 8 hours, but actually it could be about 6 with the waking up and stuff in the middle of the night.
Stress, coffee, chocolate.
Too much heat. If the room's too hot, if the room's too cold.
If I use the term sleep cycle or REM sleep, would you know what that means?
Rapid eye movement.
I think REM sleep's the deeper level of sleep. I know you can't get it off alcohol.
And the final question is, do you do anything to improve your quality of sleep?
No. Sometimes drinking a little more, sometimes drinking a little less.
Go to the gym, in the evening.
Yeah, I did try the old lavender spray on your pillows and drinking calm or sleep tea before.
Did that work for you?
Yeah, I think it does. I don't know if it's psychological, but yeah, it helps.
Perfect, thank you very much. So there you have it. That was a public's take on sleep. So let's see what a professional has to say about it. Right, so hello.
Hello.
I'm joined with Dr. Allder. Can I start off by asking you what your career is and what your background is?
So I'm a doctor, I'm a consultant neurologist. With respect to sleep, I started off with kind of getting personal experience of sleep disruption. And then as I became a neurologist, I professionally get sent people with different types of potential sleep problem.
How important is sleep for your functionality in your day-to-day life?
Yeah, no, clearly unbelievable. I mean, I would do a say, these 56-hour shifts, and I'd walk in on a Saturday morning feeling normal and functioning well. I'd get to like 3 o'clock in the afternoon on a Saturday and think, well, I'm still feeling good. By 3 o'clock on the Sunday, so I'd had disrupted, just the first night had been disrupted. I felt like I was a zombie. So I was amazed at how quickly your performance drops off with disrupted sleep, just 1 or 2 nights.
What can you tell me about REM sleep and the importance of it?
Well, I know that it was discovered completely by accident.
Yeah.
So people were kind of doing measures of brain activity at night, and they could see the machines going all over the place. And initially they thought it was the tram cars going past the apartment. And then someone noticed that the person's eyes were moving like this. And that's how it was kind of first discovered, which is completely by chance.
So why is sleep so hard to study?
The bits of the brain that control sleep are right in the middle.
Yeah.
So really difficult to get at, which unless you could put a probe into somebody and leave the probe in for hours and hours, it's incredibly difficult to kind of measure how these are all changing.
So you're saying it's integral for good memory to get good sleep?
Yeah, so what this has really helped me see is like, so when you and I are talking, our brains are looking for particularly interesting or important bits to remember.
Yeah.
And that's kept in one bit of the brain, the hippocampus.
Yeah.
Our brains send some of the information up to the brain.
Yeah.
And that continues. But the kind of the consolidation, the time at which today's information is going to be gone forever.
Yeah.
Sometime at 4 o'clock in the morning, when the bit of the brain that holds the short-term memory is wiped clear, and we start afresh.
Into the subconscious.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting guy, isn't he? Now it's time for the experiment where I'll be having a good night's sleep and a bad night's sleep. So my evening routine for the perfect night's sleep is officially over. This routine started with some exercise, so that was some cardio and some weight training. This is meant to help regulate my body temperature, which will make it easier for me to fall into sleep. I've also made sure to open my windows as wide as they can go to make sure my room is as cool as possible. This is going to help me drop my body temperature by 1 degree, which is crucial if I want to get into N1 stage of sleep. I then turned all my lights off, well, as many as I could, made sure they were dimmed. I've left the main light off. I also had some wind down time. For me, I chose to do some stretching. For you, that might be something else, but for me, that really worked. To put my phone down was a good time to let my body and mind relax. Hopefully I can get some good REM sleep, get about 8 hours. So that should be 4 sleep cycles, and hopefully tomorrow I'll wake up feeling fresh. I've just woken up. It's currently 10:45. I fell asleep at 2:30. That was around 7 hours, 8 hours sleep, because that means I've probably got 4 sleep cycles in. I can't tell you exactly how I feel because I've just woken up. I feel a little bit delirious, but we'll see how I feel in 15 minutes, see if it's made a difference. So how do I feel now? I'm feeling pretty good. I woke up roughly about half an hour ago. Yeah, I'm feeling fresh. I think it's too early to tell how effective the sleep is. I think I need the whole day to really get a grasp of how effective it has been. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. So my day after the perfect night's sleep is coming to an end. I went for a run, did some work in the library, and managed to run on my errand. I did everything really efficiently, got my personal best in the 5k for the run. Managed to log into my work and get quite a lot done. Now it's time for the bad night's sleep, and that will consist of going to Ocean Wednesday, which if you don't know is a night out where you dress up and get blackout drunk. I'm getting the worst night's sleep possible for the dreamers. So it's the morning after the bad night's sleep. I'm feeling pretty awful. I'll leave a list here of stuff I did to ensure I got an awful night's sleep. I went out last night and drank a lot of alcohol. It was very heavy and came back and passed out. I did sleep for 10 hours, so it's more than recommended, but the sleep quality was pretty awful. I woke up like 3 times throughout the night. I feel like I've slept for about 3 hours. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend doing this ever or often. Treat yourself every once in a while, but Definitely much better getting a good night's sleep, I can confirm. As this documentary comes to an end, the way in which I perceive sleep is very different to what it was before I started filming this documentary. Taking part in this experiment doesn't only support our research, but also help me gain a better understanding of what factors really do contribute to a good night's sleep, and how they affect your functionality in your day-to-day life. Thank you very much for watching. We've been the Dreamers, and I hope you enjoyed as much as we have. We done? Yeah.